Hello everyone, welcome to another video update on how my game development journey is going. If you've seen a couple videos before, you know that I'm making a downhill ski game using LÖVE 2D. And so I've been kind of adding different features as I've been learning them through online classes and watching other creators on YouTube and their game development work. And so I'm pretty excited to share a new feature that I've added to the game. So yeah, bear with me while I navigate to the game and showcase that. Maybe a quick recap of last week, or 2 weeks ago now. I added game objects to the game, and so essentially you could create the map and have collisions with these different game objects. And so this time what I wanted to do was add some animation and try to get some new player behaviors in the game. And so yeah, let me showcase that. Alright, so this is the game. So it's going, you're downhill skier and you're kind of going down. If you hit the flags, it resets, and if you pick up the power-up, you get 100 points. I'll pick it up later. And as you can see, I updated the sprites, so this is a new skier drawing, and I kind of felt I had to redraw the skier before I started getting animations into the game. And you'll see why in a second. So this is skiing. So right now the skier is in ski state, and what I've added is a jump state. So if I press the space bar, you can see the skier kind of gets animated, and it kind of looks like he's getting some air. Cool thing is you can jump over other obstacles. So right now I'm jumping over the gates, and I landed on the gates, so that kind of reset it. You can jump over the power-ups, and let me pick up the power-up this time. Whoop. But yeah, this is pretty fun. So now these are very short, there's just 2 frames, but I now know how to create different states for the player, and I can actually add a couple animations, and so I'm hoping to add some, left turn, right turn animations, potentially add some cool jumping skills. So right now it's just kind of, spreading the skis apart and lifting the arms up, but maybe we can do like a 360 and kind of add some cool skills. And this kind of like ties back to the inspiration for this game, and the inspiration for me to try to learn game development is this pretty old game I used to play on the PS2 called SSX Tricky. In my opinion, it was like the funnest downhill ski game I've experienced, and so I'm trying to build, I guess, SSX in pixel top-down view. One cool thing about this is you see there's like this black line at the bottom of the map, essentially when you reach the end of the level. And so the skier will not go through it. The funny thing is if I actually jump, I'll jump off the map, which is kind of funny, but it throws up an error. But yeah, this is the update, and so let me close out of it and show some of the code updates. So I think this is one of the first time I'm highlighting the code, and most of this code is essentially taken from some of the classes I've taken online, and I've tweaked it. So I've written quite a bit of it myself, but I've also kind of adapted existing code quite a bit. And this is just trying to go through the learning journey for this first game. And so essentially I've got this repo called my first game, boom. And then in it I've got a couple folder structures. SRC is where essentially the entire source code is for the actual game that the main .LUA script refers to. And so for specifically this update, I've created entity states. And so what that is essentially is the player possible states. And so there's a skiing state. So this is when the player is, or the skier is going down the mountain. And what you'll see is inside of this state, and I'll probably do like a deeper dive on the code organization in a later video, but I just want to call out the way you can toggle between the states. So within this state, essentially I've added just a couple lines, like 3 lines of code. Essentially when you press the space bar, you just change state to jump. And the jump state is very simple. Essentially, it calls the second animation. It's only 1 frame. And all it does is it's a counter. So you're jumping for 3 seconds. And so for 3 seconds, you can't really do anything. And what I've also done is I've removed all collisions. So while you're jumping, you have no collisions with the world, no collisions with any game objects, and you're just counting down 3, 2, 1, and then you land. And essentially when you land and the counter hits 0, you just change it back to the ski state. And so you're back at your original state. And then you just kind of keep going down. And then this one, as you can see, has got all of the collisions and kind of scans the world for is there any collision happening. But yeah, so this was kind of a cool implementation. It was really cool. I'm pretty excited to draw more frames and try to add multiple jumping states and other states. And the cool thing about this is this allows me to scale it, and so I can probably start adding NPCs into the game. So that's something that I'm pretty excited to include. And I talked about shaders last time and trying to add ski trails behind the skier, and so that's something that I also want to add. I haven't had time to look at it too much yet, but I've got kind of a cool list of things that I'm excited to look into. And maybe before I kind of end this video, I just want to highlight the new new sprite. So maybe I can show. So this is the old sprite, just a simple skier, and then this is like the first sprite. So essentially you could toggle between different skins, and this is essentially the new sprite where I have got the animation. And you'll see we've got like on the left the downhill skiing, and then on right here the jump. But then I also have got kind of a 360 animation, and you'll see it's not like super ugly. I just rotated the image, but it's something that I'm pretty excited to try implementing next. So yeah, so thanks again for tuning in, and hopefully I get some more time to implement these a little bit faster and don't have to wait 2 weeks to release update videos. But appreciate you for tuning in, and if you have any feedback on any of this, I'd love to incorporate any feedback. And this is a learning journey. So again, thank you.